Welcome back to another rebuild here on Madden 24, and today it is of the New Orleans Saints, a team that just got done beating the Titans, a Titans team that is constantly underrated and undervalued. They're always a sleeper team. They have been a really good defense for a while, and their offense, usually with Derek Henry, is pretty damn consistent. But in this one, a Saints team that isn't really even known for its run defense was able to limit Derek Henry pretty well, and then obviously make it a hellish nightmare for quarterback Ryan Tannehill. This Saints defense, at least for the pass coverage defense part, has been very good over the years, and obviously they showed that with the matchup that they had against the Titans, completely locking them down. And obviously Marshawn Lattimore, one of the better cornerbacks in the league that just doesn't really get his respect. I feel like he goes against the toughest receivers every year and does pretty well for himself every year. Michael Thomas, finally back and healthy. For how long, I don't know, but he played and he got some decent numbers. Olave, as a Packers fan, I wanted him so bad a year ago, and then when I seen that all the wide receivers are going early, I was like, well, there's that. But he's obviously amazing, should probably be superstar. Jamal Williams had a rough one, but you know, when Kamara's back in 2 games, I believe it is, or after 2 games, they should have a better short ball game. You know, a lot of throwaways that probably turn into just short gains to Kamara if he's in there. They just don't have that right now with Jamal Williams. He's just not that type of back. Derek Carr was actually pretty good, exceeded expectations, and put on some nice throws. Obviously, their O-line there's some good, some bad. Trevor Penning so far has looked like a very rough draft pick for them. And I know a lot of people, even early on, when they traded up to get him, were kind of like, I don't know if I like this. And so far, it really has not worked out. Defensively, you know, going back to this side, Demario Davis is a goon. Cameron Jordan is still a goon. Brazil looks pretty decent. Foskey, I don't even know if he actually played. Lattimore, like I said, is amazing. Adiba, I believe, did come down with a pick, but it's really just been the Lattimore show. There's really not been a corner that they've had that has complimented him for years. Safeties on paper look good. They were all right, I suppose. Warner looks to be one of the up-and-coming linebackers in the league, and then I don't know a whole lot about Zach Bond, to be honest. I also don't know a whole lot about Nate Shepard. Or Nathan, my bad. I thought it was Nate. I don't know. But I don't know about that, but there are some really good cornerstone pieces for this team, especially in Madden, whereas Brazil is clearly a guy we can develop. Foskey, hopefully a guy we can develop. Probably need to replace Cameron Jordan shortly, replace Davis and Bond most likely. Both of the safeties, because they're on the older side, and only star, probably need to be replaced. Corner, we'll see what happens with Adibo. And then O-line, there's 1 or 2 linemen we need to replace, especially with Ramczyk losing superstar. Jawan Johnson, he's been a serviceable tight end, but we might need someone a little bit higher of a ceiling going forward. But as of right now, we're fine there. But yeah, I mean, in theory, they can win some games. This is a team that is built well enough, especially in a division that's not as competitive as it once was, to win some games and probably be the front runner of that division. Let me know how your team played. I want to see if your favorite team's rookie did well. I'm trying to think of the Packers. Van Ness, he kind of contained Justin Fields for a sack. I mean, he rushed so well off the edge. He just threw the tackle away, ran him over, and just chased Justin Fields down in a straight line. It wasn't a contain or anything like that. And also, what team would you like to see next for a rebuild? There's obviously plenty of teams. I almost actually, instead of doing this, did a fantasy draft rebuild, so maybe we can do that next. And in general, look at the team cooking, though. But in general, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're new. We do a ton of franchise stuff on the channel, and if that's your thing, I'm your thing. I guess you're into me now. I don't know. I think we have something going on. It's only been a short period of time, but it's, you know. Speaking of short period of time, whether you've been here for a long time or not a long time, if you're already subscribed, I really appreciate you a ton. And let us get on with the rest of this rebuild, where we took our first loss, and I'm not even sure why I clicked this, because I'm pretty sure if you lose, look at his hair, it's like peeling back. Got to get some more glue for that toupee. The Bears are, oh my lord, we're broke. I mean, I know the Saints have been pushing money in like year after year after year, but is this really the situation we're in? Of course, thankfully there's not really anyone to pay other than Ruiz, who, if we lose him, we can live with it. But Peyton Turner is like the 5th-year option guy, and obviously that was just a pick that did not work out. Well, at least so far. I mean, you just never know. Someone could be 28 and just finally it just clicks. But as far as Madden goes, yeah, definitely didn't work out. Ruiz would be nice to keep because he's so cheap, but negative 31 mil kind of seems like other plans. Shahid's obviously a decent player for them in real life, but in Madden it's not going to be great, but didn't want to, couldn't afford him anyways. But yeah, we'll see what happens here because we are broke. And as far as Derek Carr goes, I think I'm going to play it by ear with how we progress him. Because obviously in the game, if you're 32 years old, you can't really go up in overall. But 32-year-old quarterback is like low end these days. So, if he plays really well, I might have to boost his ratings. And then if he plays really poorly, I might have to reduce his ratings. So we'll probably play it like that until he's like 34 or 35. Unless he just sucks right away and we never look back and we get a new QB. The Saints with a hell of a season in year one here at 12-5. One last hurrah. Do I even want to click this? How old is Cameron Jordan? Demario Davis is 34. Cameron Jordan's 34. They could still play longer, but I'm not going to click that. I'm just not going to do it. I don't think somebody should retire because of just a scenario. But I will say the Buccaneers have done a hell of a sell. We had a really good start, had a couple of falters, and then got back on track. The Buccaneers killed it, 5-1, and then just L after L after L, which, hey, I do not mind. We are the Saints. We are their rivals. We do not care. Looking at the numbers, though, Derek Carr, that's a really good season. I don't know what kind of, I would maybe put that at 84 overall, probably. But we'll see what kind of regression he gets. Kamara came back pretty strong, but Jamal Williams was still kind of like the primary back with the power back carries, so it was a little weird there, but still pretty good despite the fact that he didn't really start. I don't know who DeMichael Thomas is. Actually, do I? I'm thinking of DeAnthony Thomas, actually. Michael Thomas, that should be superstar, but at his age at this point, I don't even know if it's worth it. He's 31, but I mean, it is what it is. Olave was pretty good, but not great. Traquan Smith was pretty good. Jawan Johnson, not great. Kamara, some decent numbers. I had Shahid as the number 3. Not really sure how that. I even had I thought I had A.T. Perry even higher than him, but I don't know. Maybe I forgot to turn off auto reorder. Penning giving up all those sacks is pretty on brand. Cameron Jordan decent, but everyone else was really bad. Interceptions to Mario Davis is just a freak. Blake Groupie, the man that beat Will Lutz. I was like, where's Will Lutz? Nowhere to be found. Lou Headley. They got some special teamers, though. They got some names. And, yeah, the Saints giving them, giving some new guys some chances. Dak Prescott winning MVP. Been seeing that a lot lately, which is really disheartening. Just as, like, a human, just like, why would you want the Cowboys to do well? That's a meme. I'm just kidding. I really don't care. I don't care about any other team, how well they do, as long as the Packers are amongst them. But, of course, the Saints and the Giants, both the same overall, but let's be honest, it's not going to happen for us. We're just not, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Also, how many names does this stadium have over the years? Like, could you imagine being able to, you get paid just to have the name on the stadium? It's probably like a $250 million deal, too. 14-7. I actually want to look it up after this to see how much money these companies pay for the name. It has to be up there. It has to be. Because, it's always mentioned at the beginning. In Madden, it's mentioned. It's like the first thing is Lucas Oil Stadium. Holy crap. Well, I was ranting about some dumb crap. Some dumbass stuff. We almost choked. Derek Carr, not great, but didn't throw the pick, which meant a lot, I suppose. Didn't have that pass rating so high when he completed 55% of his passes. Kamara, not good. Jamal, even worse. Derek Carr, why are you running? What is he doing? Oh, my. Olave clutched up. Ojulari with a sack. Marshawn with a pick. Needed that. And Kate York missing 2 field goals. Only losing by 2 points. Maybe they did try to field goal at the end and it just didn't happen. Okay, it is a lot of years, though. It's 20 years, but it is $138 million. I mean, I'm going to pull up some money, maybe start a GoFundMe. I want to name something. The PKer Superdome. It's going to be a 5-hour deal worth $2,000, and it's going to be glorious. Also, is that the casino Caesars? Like Caesar's Palace? Or is it Little Caesars? Pizza. Although I don't know if that would make any sense because they just got the, like, official pizza of the NFL or some crap. But the division rival matchup in the divisional. Could it be more fitting than that? No, it can't. So stop asking. Caesar Superdome. We've seen it again. They're already getting their worth here. How much? $138 million over 20 years? They've already got their value just in the few years that it's been that. But yeah, what's crazy that Mercedes-Benz had like multiple Superdomes, didn't they? I think they had the Falcons one still. I don't know if they do, but they did at least. In the division, though. Why not own all four, right? Own the rights? Oh, my Lord. The naming rights, at least. 24-0. This time before that touchdown, I was about to say, this time talking crap all the time about nonsense no one cares about. Didn't work out, and it didn't work out. 31-21. The Panthers, who have had the Madden scheme on lock for a couple of years now, do win with Bryce Young as a rookie. Into the championship round they go. Run game is terrible. Don't want to change the scheme because it worked out. I mean, it was a really good season. It's just we didn't finish out on top, which, I mean, is hard in general. We're only an 82 overall, but things are going to get worse before they get better, even if we change Derek Carr's ratings. And now that I'm thinking about it, like, Kirk Cousins is like an 84 overall, so I would actually say Derek Carr is more like an 81 or an 82 based on that last season we just had. And the Panthers go all the way with the thing that is just both of these things confused by each other in the wild. Panthers and Jaguars. Two creatures that sometimes, like, is that a Panther? Is that a Jaguar? I don't know. But the Panthers, with a rookie quarterback, win the Super Bowl. I guess trading DJ Moore and every draft pick you own for the next, like, 2 seasons, basically. Well, the last season and this season coming up. Works out. I mean, okay. Panthers are cooking. And we're not cooking because we broke. I don't know if we can afford... We can, like, release someone because I would like to keep Ruiz just because of how cheap it is. It seems like Zach Bond got a dev up, but I do not care. It does not matter to me. He is 27 years old. But speaking of those dev ups, Michael Thomas is one of them. Goes to Superstar. How old is Kamara now? 29? Oh, my Lord. We need a new running back, too. He didn't really regress that hard, thankfully, but normally they regress really hard at 30. And then looking at the defense, Shepard goes up in dev, I believe. Bond and Werner. Werner's, that's a nice one. And then Cameron Jordan goes the X Factor. Is there anyone we can get rid of? Like, he's our best edge rusher, but he is, like, about to die. Like, if we can save some money with these guys. Okay, we can't save any money. We got to try to get Ruiz back, I think. We got to get cheaper. Also, Derek Carr, we're going to make an 81 overall. I think that's fair. I don't think anyone can cry about it. He had a really good season. Does he deserve to be a 76 overall? If he does, in your mind, well, you're just a little slow, and we pray for you. But Derek Carr, he's got pretty good strength still, I think. His deep accuracy actually looked pretty good. We're going to try to make it a little... There we go. That's good. Who can we get rid of? Juwan Johnson. Tight end is really hard to, like... I wouldn't say get, but it's hard to pay. I want to get rid of Hurst. I think we got to replace Hurst anyways, and I don't want to lose Ruiz. I'd rather risk losing Hurst, who's on the old side. Not even older, just old. Than to lose Ruiz straight up, but I don't think it's going to matter. Like, I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, we got $6 million. We actually almost have enough for him. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, we're negative 20. Never mind. This team's so broke, we literally can't do anything. It's just a GG. Unless we get rid of Marcus May, who I don't think is really worth it. Bye-bye, Cesar Ruiz. Speaking of Caesars, maybe Caesar Palace, whoever the hell owns this naming rights, can toss a few bucks this way so we can keep the one guy named Caesar on the damn team. They're like, nah, we don't want that. We got naming rights. We're the only Caesar around. But yeah, all these guys are gone, which, I mean, it's not the biggest deal, but Ruiz would have been nice to keep. No point in looking at free agency because we can't afford anyone. Bro, how are we this broke, dude? Tell me this team actually has some draft picks. Oh, my Lord, no third or fourth. At least we have Denver's, who is a better one than our own. Damn, son, and there's no second round in 2025? No freaking seventh round either, just for good measure? Why not? Holy crap. I don't know if we can draft in the first round with, needing as much as we do, especially for the future, and just having, like, no draft picks. We're going to have to trade down and add some picks to that third and fourth round area. Ooh, we're at pick 28 in the first round. Even though I clicked pause, it didn't pause. Obviously, we were kind of coming into this thinking of a trade down. Shirley's really nice, too, and the DT spot is very bad in this draft. But I don't know if I can trade down when there is an actual, for once in a while, fast 6'4" corner. Normally, they're like 4.52 solid speed. They're like 90 speed. This guy looks busted. I have got no choice. And he's hidden with 94 speed, 95 excel. That, my friends, is a winner. All right, I've traded a bunch of like kind of lower tier picks. Tried to go with a corner, Alontae Taylor, or a Debo, but we just couldn't afford anything because it said we're negative in money. We can't trade. But we end up with 2 high thirds and a high fourth from the Cardinals with a trade down from 14 in the second round, which I think is pretty fair. And they did a quarterback. They went for a QB. That is very interesting, to say the least. Okay, a trade up for a QB is definitely pretty worth, trading a lot. Really debating on this tight end because he's not the fastest, but he has really good key ratings. He's also 21. Fast enough, though. And we need a tight end. I'm going to go Trevor Richards. I'm going to go back in time and not take Trevor Richards. I mean, I kind of have to start him. He's 21. He's got really good excel, which is strange. We can't really afford any more trade-ups, so we're just going to have to move on to 13. And Daniel Reveron is still there. We also have multiple linemen that look good. Linebacker is a need, but it's not that big of a need, is it? You know what? I'm going to take Reveron, and thankfully he's good. And trade up whenever we're down to just one lineman, I think. I think that's the best bet. But that could literally be like any time. I want Duffy more, but let's see. Leary and Duffy, they could literally go at like this next pick, which if that's the case, I don't know if I can make the trade up. Oh my lord. Literally the next pick. I mean, I went crazy. I traded our third next and sixth next with a fifth this for their third, meaning we have a first round pick next year with no second, third, fourth, or fifth round picks, I believe. We're kind of Ramsing it, but we are landing some decent players at least. And then with this pick, I'm going to take Duffy. We really needed an lineman. Please be hidden. He is. At least all of the players we're taking, maybe the tight end not so much, have been good. Because we're risking a lot for players that, if they sucked, I'd feel so dumb and bad about. And then with this pick is the wide receiver there. We have 2 wide receivers that are very fast, but I think Brackett's going to be my choice because he has the A deep route, which I've seen a few players like this. Super speedy Dwayne Brackett's my choice. And he's hidden. He's the new number 3 wide receiver that could develop into the number 2 after Michael Thomas is gone. Okay, I don't feel bad at all. Our draft is goated outside of the tight end. I have to keep reiterating that, but outside of that, totally worth this draft. Hell, if I didn't trade up, we don't even have that wide receiver, let alone the lineman. And then we still have another choice here who could turn into a safety, Tommy Kidd, who has B press, very athletic, and a B to D zone with C man. Disgusting. I would imagine with that zone, though, B to D, it's going to be probably more on the D side, but we'll see. But I do not hate that draft one bit. Did we get everything we needed? Definitely not, right? Like, DT is still a problem, but at least we filled a lot of the needs, and I don't know what our money's going to be like, but if we can somehow, which we can't because we're broke, somehow, like, clear some of the money and trade off some of the older players. Is he generational? 80 overall. I am glad we took him. I was going to pass on him. I was like, we really need to trade down. Our next year picks are going to suck, and I'm not wrong. But, oh my lord, we made a call. Star Dev. Still really good, though. Well, Lattimore has a teammate. That's all I can really say there. Brackett, let's take a look at him. The tight end I'm interested in. He's a decent overall, at least. 99 excel, like we've seen. Spec catch is great. Regular catch and catching, well, catch and traffic's decent, but regular catch, release, short route, medium route, it's not great. What's the dev for Mr. Brackett? Superstar dev. How is that even fair? How is the guy who's unbelievably fast also superstar? That's just not even right. I'll take it, though. Richards, who's not the fastest in the world, but has pretty good catching, okay route running. is starter caliber, but yeah, he's pretty mid when it comes to like the fact that he's not hidden dev, and he's also tiny for his speed. But let's take a look at Mr. Reveron, which is an interesting name. Do we need... I don't know what we need. We'll fix it in a sec. Star dev. We got a linebacker as well. I mean, we landed some players, though. You can't say we didn't. I'm also going to change Richard's number because number 18 for a tight end. Don't like it. Huh, I wonder where all our money is. Jawan Johnson, Foster Moreau, Taysom Hill, all with this insane money attached to them. It's ridiculous. And there's nothing I can do. We have no guard. I guess Saldiveri is going to be our left guard. Oh my. We're so broke. Here we are for Season 2, where we made some pretty good draft picks, but we are lacking on this upcoming year's draft picks, but you can't complain about it. Tight end 1 could be the future tight end of the team. Brackett could easily be number 2. He puts, makes Olave seem slow. Need a new left guard. Could need a new left tackle, but I'm not going to worry about the left tackle yet. QB, we're obviously keeping an eye on. Hopefully he has another really good year, so we have the justification to make him higher overall when he regresses. Need a new left end. Need a new linebacker. Could use new safeties in the future. But we did about, and definitely DT2, we did about as well as you could while still at least keeping that first-round pick. He's got to remember, it wasn't like we traded that second-round pick off. We just got rid of the third and fourth, which, I mean, it's not much better, but it's still, they got rid of the second. It wasn't my fault. Or was it my fault? Oh, my Lord, look at our picks. Look at our picks. Look away, actually, I lied. Don't look at our picks. That's so bad. We have no choice but to trade down. We have to turn that first-round pick into at least a late second, late third, maybe a late fourth. We've got we need quantity over quality this upcoming draft. We just have to. Oh, this is a really nice one. Foskey, the future at edge, gets 10k XP for one of 2 camp standout successes. 4.4 million is what we have, and we have Thomas Werner, Adebo, Tyrann Mathieu, Marcus May to re-sign, and then we have options for Chris Olave and Penning. Holy crap, what did the Saints do? The ultimate Week 18 game for the division! We win and steal it! I'm going to click the one last hurrah, because at 35 going on 36, the players that are going to retire should probably retire. Cameron Jordan, we kind of need them to retire at this point. We're so broke, and obviously we're not fixing their regression, so... I mean, there's weak link. I would assume it's the offense because the defense seems pretty goated, and I think that's the case. Another pretty good Derek Carr season, though. Maybe 80 overall, keep him at, but might just be able to let him stay where he is regression-wise. Kamara, not bad at all. Olave, solid. Brackett stole the snaps from Thomas. Richards was great. It's a pretty good offensive season, actually, except for the freaking sack totals. Do you just let Trevor Penning go? I don't even know. Defense was terrible yet again. Might have to change the scheme. Lattimore was amazing. Could go to X Factor. Adebo was pretty good. Could go to Superstar. But what could 100% happen is us being too broke to resign anyone. Looking at MVP, Joe Burrow. Not off to a great start in real life for that. And the Rookie of the Year goes to Josh Hambrick from the Bears, who they took 1 overall. Best DB as well, and best kicker, so we're definitely getting the dev up for Lattimore. Actually, I don't know. I don't think the award wins affect if you're a superstar already. Either way, the Panthers, who won the Super Bowl, still sneak in and are an 83 overall and going to crush our dreams for back-to-back seasons. We just know it. What the hell was that flickering? It was like the sun forgot to pay its bills. I don't even know. But let's go to the end of the game, see if we can get some revenge on the Super Bowl champions. 9-8. As long as you make it to the playoffs, anything can happen, as they're already smoking us again. 13-0. Still 13-0. Still 13-0. Finally scoring a touchdown. 7 of 16. I mean, this offense looks just horrible. I don't even know. This is on par for a failed rebuild. I know we had a pretty good draft year 1, but I'm just kind of thinking for the future. Lack of draft picks coming up. Derek Carr is playing like crap. Getting a quarterback's not going to be easy. And we've got other players to replace that are old. I mean, this is not a team that... Wow, look at Will Lutz. Old teammate. Oh, my. How fitting is that? 5 of 6 for field goals against the Saints. But yeah, I just don't know. Like, we're broke. Our team is old. We have no draft picks. I mean, it's early enough in the rebuild, but it's still not looking good, dude. Cameron Jordan, we kind of, he's retired. We kind of not have the greatest going out party for him, but it is what it is. Michael Thomas was pretty good this season, but even if he didn't regress, we just can't afford to keep half of these players, so we got to let him go. Warner, I'd try to get back, I guess, but we're so broke, and can we even pay a linebacker? I just don't know what we're supposed to do here. We got money. We got money now. Bengals win the Super Bowl. We got some money now. I like it. I wonder what other retirements we had. Maybe Demario Davis would be a loss, but once again, trying to save money, him retiring would help, I suppose, although I think he still carries that dead hit with him, doesn't he? All I know is we have money. I'm going to let Olave's 5th year go, and we're just going to pay him. Thomas is still pretty good, and that contract's not bad, but I think brackets showed enough that he can be the starter. Werner's money isn't crazy bad for a linebacker, 3-year 19, and he doesn't take it. Trevor Penning has been terrible, and he's asking for a lot for that 5th year, so we'll see what happens going forward. Adebo does not go up in dev, but we don't even need him anyways. Tyrann Mathieu goes up in dev. I really do not want to not pay 2 safeties, but replace 2 safeties in one offseason, so I'm going to keep him. And that might be it. Marcus May's not bad either, but I think we should move on. 31 mil, lots of players to replace, though. This is not a good spot to be in, and I just don't know how you can spend money in free agency when you're this broke still, and we just lost, like, all of our players. Zach Martin, I mean, it would have to be someone young, like a Javon Holland, but 12 mil per for a safety when you need so much, it's probably not worth it. I don't know. I don't think there's anyone here that we can pay. I really don't. And we don't get Pete Warner either. We are down astronomically bad. I offered him a 3-year 22. He decided to go with the Texans of all teams. That's how down bad we are. He chose the Texans over us. Oh my lord. Who do we even have anymore at this rate? 82 overall. We definitely need a left guard. Tackle wouldn't hurt. Richards went up in dev, thankfully. Olave still didn't. Kamara's usable still for one more season while Jamal Williams just keeps dropping. Demario Davis is thankfully still here. Need a left end, obviously. Use a safety. Lattimore goes the X factor. Man, we're in a spot with only 1 first-round pick and nothing till the 5th. It's trade down city. Also, I ended up signing Micah Hyde to a 1-year, $9.3 million deal. He's still pretty good. He's going to end up playing strong safety for us. Just don't have the draft capital right now to be replacing safeties and all of that, so maybe we find someone late. I don't know, but as of right now, I don't want to fix that position. So we're going to be trading down from whatever pick we have and working from there, really. All right, pick 21. We could definitely work with that. I think 21 will get you quite a bit in a trade down. At least I'm freaking open because we have nothing. You can see the next pick is in the 5th round. I don't want to stay close by. I want to do what I can to nab as much as I can later on in this draft. That's actually not a bad trade. The Niners are like the legit traders in a good way, not like they're traders. I think the Falcons, that's a pretty good trade too, I think. Slightly in our favor. I mean, at this point, we're not going to get much better than that, so I don't care. Interdivisional, do what you gotta. It was for a DT anyways, who cares? So we trade our pick 37 this year, a 5th round this year, and a 5th round in 2027 with an ET and a right guard for 2 late 2nd round picks this year from the Bears. Still might trade down even more, though, as we're, once again, needing a lot of positions and don't have a lot of capital. And it might seem like nothing, but, I mean, I'll take a 6th and a 7th round pick to move down to 67. All right, I'm gonna take that. Where was this pick before? 62, and then we gain a 5th? That is a win. We barely even moved back. We moved back 4 spots for a 5th round pick. Some trades are just built better than others. And I think this is where our trade down journey ends and we start drafting players. The value is starting to just completely diminish. And now we have to decide between a DT of Huff or a DT of Richardson. We're going to have to look a little bit closer. 21, that's obviously a great sign. Pretty athletic. 34 bench press reps versus Richardson, who is a little older in fairness. Much faster, similar bench press. He is older, but I like the bench press. I'm going Richardson. I regret everything. Normal dev. Oh, my. We have pick 3, we have pick 5, but that might be, like, literally where that ends. So, I don't know what I want next. Linebacker, maybe? We definitely need a linebacker, but there's so many. I don't know who I would want. Whitaker is definitely a guy I need because we don't even have a left end at this point. Lineman, Ryan McCoy looks good. Could probably move across the line. Let's look at him and look at Williams and then Byram as well. I'm just going to take Ryan McCoy. Hidden development trait. We'll take that. And then the next pick. Please tell me we have another third round. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Still making plays. A 3rd and 6. This for a later 3rd and a 4th round pick from the Cardinals. We're going to move down slowly just to make sure we at least land someone. And I think I'm going to take the linebacker Hillman. I don't know a whole lot about him, but that A tackle is enough for me. Not the most athletic guy, but I've been having better luck with these guys being hidden more often than not. And I spoke too soon, but he's a starter anyways. And I'm very lucky that Whitaker is still there because he's literally automatic starter. I don't even know how good he is. He looks decent, I suppose, but he's going to be another one of those normal, actually hidden development trait edge rushers. We got very lucky because obviously day 3 could literally be like a mid-3rd. And I just skipped because I was like, well, there goes all my players anyways. And we got a normal linebacker, sweet. And it was just really sad. And then, I almost sold really bad. Running back, Trevor Rush is pretty fast. He's kind of mid, but he's fast. So Trevor Rush is going to be the guy. A little bit faster than I would have thought. In fairness, I thought 91 speed-ish. But we will take that. And then at 30, I mean, if one of the wide receivers is there, I guess I take him. But really, at this point, they all look mid. But the size, I suppose, especially for the 6'6 guy, is, I guess, worth it. And he is there, 6'6", super raw looking, but why not? He's pretty athletic. 92 speed, 94 excel, 95 change of direction. Obviously one of those special build players, but don't know if he's going to be anything for us. We get a 6th round pick from the Jags with our 7th round pick with the trade down, so we'll take it. Lose a little bit of millions. What do we land? 74, 72, 73. The left end is hidden, but he's a 67 overall. Rush is a 70, 71 for the wide receiver. I mean, we had a choice at DTs. And linebacker, I obviously have to take a look at how much I sold. Can't remember what the guy's name was. It was something short. Huff, there it is, 72 overall. Also normal in fairness, 82 finesse. I don't know if that's better or worse than our guy. And then, I don't remember the hell our name. Linebacker's Hillman. Was it Graham? If it was, he was hidden. It might have been Graham, which, if that's the case, that is a sell. Was it Roseman? When the hell did we take our guy? No, we took Hillman. It had to be Graham. I want to see this guy's dev. Let's see how much we sold. Come on, just show me. Just pull the Band-Aid off, rip it off, whatever. Star dev. Not that bad, but still a sell. I mean, we landed a couple of positional needs, but yeah, we were just in a spot. We landed some okay players considering all we had was a 1st round pick until the 5th. Landed multiple players in between. Even a starting left end in Jamari Whitaker, who is pretty raw, but he's got a 75 finesse. He's usable. Got to change that number because that is disgusting. And 59's interesting. Star dev, didn't expect much more than that. I mean, we're still really behind, though. Like, our roster is just falling apart. But hey, now we got 2 McCoys. He was normal star dev. Got 2 McCoys on the offensive line. Super cool. Here's the roster for year 3. The offensive line is finally complete. However, Trevor Penning might be a guy we let go. Ratings aren't great, and he's given up, like, double-digit sacks, like, every single season so far. Need a new running back, but one that can do what Kamara can do. I don't know if that exists, so we might have to change scheme this season even if we start struggling, but definitely when we lose him. Other positions look okay. Quarterback is a problem. Linebacker's a problem. Safety's a problem. DT we'll see. Left end we'll see. Corners are great, but I mean, we're once again falling behind, but at least we have full draft picks this year, I believe. But even then, especially if we make the playoffs again, it's going to be hard to build a roster. We're broke as well, and in general, free agency has been filled with nothing but really old one-year players, and we're just not really a one-year team. How are you cut from the same cloth? Marquise Goodwin is like 5'9", maybe? 5'10", 5'11". Duncan is 6'6". What cloth is that? That's a very versatile, abstract cloth that is nothing like itself. Brazil with a 10,000 XP boost for his camp standout. 123 million. We have money for once at least. Olave, a 5-year 72. That is a steal. Probably because he's still normal dev or star dev. Trevor Penning, has he at least improved to make me feel better about trying to keep him? Not at all. Literally, kind of, considering 16 sacks, but still double-digit on par for that. Kamara's probably gone. Tyrann Mathieu probably gone. Micah Hyde's definitely gone. We do have a lot of money, so if there was actually a good free agent group, we might actually be able to go for somebody, but we'll get the kicker back. Brazil will just re-sign the following year, but yeah, we're going to have a lot of money going into the next free agency period, at least. I think no matter what, we're in the playoffs, but why not win, right? And we did. Nice. We just beat the team, too. We just beat the Niners, and we have to play them again. But, of course, they get the home field advantage against us because they're their division winner, I guess, at 8-9. Don't know how the hell that's even possible, but sure. 8-9, that's good enough. Let's take a look at the stats, see if Derek Carr deserves a fixing. Probably not, though. Really good touchdown-to-pick ratio, but he is, 35 now? We said we'd fix him until he's 35, which, does this count? I don't even know, but kind of our last season to be good, if you will. Brackett somehow got robbed by Perry, but at least Olave was great. Tight end was okay. Penning was terrible yet again. Pass rush, let's see what we got. 9.5 for Richardson, the rookie. That should be a dev up. Brazil with 7. Wrong scheme, buddy. Left end was terrible. Right end, apparently Robert Quinn, even though Foskey's supposed to be the starter. 1,000. Yeah, Robert Quinn played a tenth of his snaps and put up more sacks. Sure, I guess. Why not? Kicking, we paid him, and yet he was terrible. Punting was pretty good, even though we got 2 punts blocked. This is a team that is barely held together. I'm surprised, like I said, though, they're winning games, and I haven't changed the scheme. Defensive Rookie of the Year for Richardson as well, which could actually be double dev up, which is why we don't really care too much about DTs getting normal dev, because it's not usually that hard to get a dev up for them. But, yeah, I don't think, unless we changed the defensive scheme, I'm pretty sure we kept it the same, no? We did, which, we're still in the playoffs, but I don't know if we're actually going to win. And more importantly, like I said, once Kamara's gone, can you really run this scheme? Because we don't have a receiving back. All right, going to the end of the game. Is Derek Carr the guy? Niners coming back with 7. We've scored nothing. Niners defense is super legit. We do put up 7. Sometimes that's hard enough to do on its own. 14, and then they're just scoring at will, but we're up 7. What just happened? Of course, it's going to be overtime. It seems 3rd and 7. I kind of, you know what? I'm going to let the AI deal with this. The sliders I've got are kind of ridiculous. I would have done worse. I would have thrown a pick. And somehow, even though they seem so nonchalant, they didn't get the score, though, and it won't matter because we're still going to sell. Oh, pick! We win! I don't understand how they were so nonchalant. They ran it twice with 50 seconds left. Look at Brock Purdy. I know he threw a billion picks, but still 444 yards with 3 touchdowns from Brock Purdy. That's crazy. But look at Ayuk. But yeah, they drove down after 2 runs with 50 seconds left. It's clearly seemed like they were just going to give up and go to overtime, play it safe. Yet they called timeouts both times and then got a huge passing play, and they got all the way down to 50 yard field goal range, and I don't know if they just didn't go for it or they missed, but we won by 3. If the Niners defense is giving up 38 points, that's crazy. We should be able to beat some of these other teams then. The Giants. So the Niners are pretty tough. The Giants are somewhat tough, but so far not that hard of a trip so far, like I said. But we'll see as the Steelers are going to move on. Don't know about the NFC side. Probably like the Cowboys or something. It's pretty consistent with those guys. Going to the end of the game. Giants already scoring 7. They score another 7. They're going to score another 7. They're going to score another 7. We score 6. It is 35-6 at halftime with the team that couldn't even put up a single point against the Cowboys. That's how that goes. 42-20. I don't know how you beat the Niners and then you lose 42-20 against the Cowboys. You know, they do have a different quarterback in fairness now, but Derek Carr, you knew it wouldn't be a playoff series with the Saints without Derek Carr throwing more interceptions than touchdowns in one of the playoff games, and he had it. Our kicker missed an extra point and a field goal in this one. Can we do anything right? Like, at all? No? Defense was trash. Offense was trash. Special teams was trash. Us rebuilding the team so far has been trash. Hopefully that DT goes to Superstar, though. We need any win we can take. Winner of the Super Bowl is the Chiefs. Commanders getting in there was kind of surprising, but the Chiefs, obviously, that's another wall. Take a look at those dev-ups. Kamara's still around, but he's not really worth it. 87 overall Derek Carr. I mean, unless we find a better option, he's still the starter. Defensively, Richardson does go to Superstar. We need a new middle linebacker. Hillman goes to Star, though, which is clutch. As you know, our linebacker position has been so iffy. We have like no coverage at that position, though. It's all like block shed, I'm pretty sure. But Richardson goes to Superstar from normal, which is really sick. Did it say for both? Is he got it dev'd up all the way to Superstar from that one? Or was it just like it's supposed to be the sacks and the award, but they're like, screw it, double up, why not? But he's a pretty good finesse guy. I'm going to actually go with Run Stopper because they're going to auto-upgrade finesse anyways, even though that finesse speed rusher upgrade has been really good there. But already 88 finesse move, 91 strength. I don't know if that's what he started with, but that's actually, no, I think he had 89 to start. But yeah, he's already a pretty good player, better than Brazil already, pretty much. Obviously, Demario Davis did retire, which probably saves even more money. At this point, we're not going to hold back on anything because we have 106 mil, and that's with Derek Carr's contract on there. So if we found like a younger, cheaper quarterback option, we'd be set. Trevor Penning's been terrible, so even though he's an okay overall, I'm going to let him go. Tyrann Mathieu is still good enough, so I'm going to offer him the 1 year 11. He takes it, so welcome back. Kamara, I mean, you kind of have to let him go. If there's a good running back that's semi-young, I will pay them. I'm going to be honest with you. And then Brazil, you know, he's going to be asking for 15 or less anyways, so why pay him the 16? And 95 mil, technically, 80 mil to spend? Maybe a little bit less to be safe, but we're in a good spot, just hoping there's somebody to pay. Ronnie Stanley's a 1 year 24. Why not, maybe? I don't know. TJ Edwards is a good 1 year option, but he's asking for a 2 year. Martin Emerson, not really a needed position. Running back is up there for us, but there's just nobody there. They're all like old. J.K. Dobbins, I mean, his career at this point is like almost GG'd, right? Like he's just constantly injured. Any like proper receiving back here? David Montgomery apparently. Aaron Jones is, I mean, might as well just get Kamara back. I mean, I think it's spelled out for itself at this point. The 31-year-old Alvin Kamara is going to be our best option here. Look to draft a running back, but I just don't know. As of right now, that's the best choice. All right, we got 4 players targeted. If we're going to get them all, Kamara might not be. Yeah, he's not out the gate, but the other 3 are. Didn't go for Ronnie Stanley because it just was not going to happen. The Steelers had way more interest, even though we offered 1 year 25, and we do get Kamara back. I mean, 70 mil left. There's not really much we can do. Free agency is just so garbage now. Like, it's filled with literally all players that are on regression year points. And the Chiefs got a quarterback. I might be interested. We'll see. I don't know when they took him. I don't know how, like, bad he is, even though he has Dev. Dalvin Cook is interesting. Bryce Witt. That's interdivision. There's no way we get that trade-off. I mean, there's some names here. Oh, he's got a weird build. He's like Purdy. He's interesting. I wonder when they took him. He's not bad. They're actually developing, like, you know, a safety valve in the 4th round. Might be worth starting to look into those rounds. I mean, his throw power sucks, so I would have missed him, but it's interesting. All right, so I do have a quarterback. I don't know if I'm going to go for him because he's a 1-2. I think, honestly, I'm just going to go to 26, and if he's there, I might take him. He does look pretty good, but at the same time, I don't really think we could trade up for anyone. So if he's there, he's there. If he's not, he's not. I do see a couple of quarterbacks here, actually, now. And our guy is there, but Dan Logan is also interesting. 21 years old, great throw power. That's tough, because I like Darren Schaefer, and I didn't even know if he was going to be there, but both are there. This guy's got a little more speed to him. Like, I think Schaefer is probably star, whereas Logan might be the better pure quarterback, but I don't know what his dev is. That's my prediction, though. That's what I would think. And then obviously you have the top 5, but the fact that he's even here, 23 as well, I can't take that risk. I'm going to take Dan Logan. Screw it. Hidden development trait, 93 throw power. I definitely want to see Schaefer after. Didn't even have him on my list because I just assumed he was going to be gone. That is a win. We've got ourselves the QB of the future. We trade A.T. Perry and pick 40. That was the right call, right? Yeah, I was trading up. Okay, that threw me off. I was like, wait a minute. Did I just do a dumb? And I think with this pick, we're probably going to be taking a safety. Schaefer's still there, so maybe he isn't good at all, actually. Probably going to take a safety with this pick. There are some linemen as well. We definitely use a tackle, but I will say all of our linemen are all guard builds anyways, so maybe we pass on that. DT Sydney Trainer is decent, but obviously, even though it's crazy because he's 20 years old, which is not the super common thing to see for a decent-looking player, I think you got to pass on him. Haskins looks great. Luck looks pretty good too. But we need a safety, and even though the zone coverage isn't great, the tackle is, the man coverage is, and the speed is all right. So Jamal McElroy is my choice. Hidden development trait, and faster than I thought. So 2 really good picks so far. All right, we trade a third this, a 4th, and a 7th next, and Sands for a 3rd-round pick from the Cardinals, which will be used on middle linebacker Luck, as Nesbitt went a pick ago. And let's go for him. The left guard, Buckner's still there too, even though he's a terrible run blocker. I'm still interested, but I don't think we're going to go for him. Zach Luck, very athletic, A zone coverage. Welcome to the squad. Hidden development trait, 90 speed, 88 excel. Usually I don't really care too much about the dev of a linebacker. It's nice to have, but it's not the end of the world if it's not, because we've seen plenty of dev ups from that position. And then Matthews, I might trade up for because we really need a running back. And this guy looks decent enough. And more importantly, the running back group in this class is just terrible. But at the same time, I'm just going to go to pick 26. I don't really care too much. Like, I just can't trade up for a position that's, like, doesn't even look great anyways. I'll go for Gaithers instead. 22, 5'11", 233. Power back type, so doesn't really fit that Kamara mold, but we still have Kamara for one more season, so I guess there's that. 26 in the 5th round. Let's see what we're cooking with. See if any of those wide receivers are still there. A couple of them were really fast. They're all UDFA, aren't they? I don't remember who was faster. We'll take a look in a sec. Watkins, I would imagine, is faster, a 4.25 with great speed. With Rankin, who is, so Mr. Mark Watkins is going to be the choice. Another speedster. Normal dev, 95 speed. We'll take it. And then with our final pick, I got to admit, there's a really solid-looking fullback, Jerry Clifford. A bunch of A's. Strength is 86. He's actually really solid-looking. Looks just like our middle linebacker that we just got, though. So a pretty good draft, but once again, a very young group of players that are going to be forced to start because we're desperate. But hey, you know what? That quarterback, hidden development trait, which is good. I don't know why I said it like that, but got to compare him to Schaefer, who did fall quite a bit, it seems, in the draft. What was our quarterback? 74, 73, 74, 71. Watkins was not great, but a pretty good draft class, especially with the quarterback being a hidden development trait 74 overall. Oh my. He may start over Carr. I did not expect him to be that accurate. We will take it. What's that dev looking like, though? Dev? Star. Kind of expected it, but still, we will take that. That is not bad at all. Once again, got to take a look at Mr. Schaffer, whatever you want to call him. How far did he go? He went all the way at 18 to the Cowboys, and he was also hidden, actually. A little bit faster. Definitely would like this guy more than the other guy if I was usering, but since it's a rebuild, I don't think it really matters. And his dev is, okay, star development trade. In fairness, it's not that big of a deal. I also want to see this cornerback because he's an 81 overall. Michael Woodson. I mean, I don't know if it's generational, 23 years old. It's pretty good rating, so it could be very high overall in general, and he's not. But that was a pretty good draft. Kind of cut into next year a little bit, but we still kept the 1st and the 2nd round picks, which is, kind of the main thing you want to keep. Oh, he's like 50. Oh, see you later, Derek Carr. I mean, he's actually still really accurate, but yeah, that throw power, there's no chance anyone can afford him, right? there's some teams that can actually afford him. Treylon Burks. I mean, I don't know if we can pay Treylon, but I'm down, dude. I'm down. They offered it, not me. I was going to just release him, and I was like, you know what? He's actually not bad. He's actually not terrible. Treylon Burks at running back, question mark? What's his ratings at that position, actually? He's obviously a very good receiver as well. Ball carrier vision is 91. Carrying's only 77, though. I mean, he could play it. It would definitely be an interesting one, but I kind of need him at wide receiver anyways, so maybe we just keep him there and roll with it. All right, so we have saved $1 trillion getting rid of Derek Carr, about 45 mil to be exact. And we have started a new quarterback, Mr. Logan, who is very accurate already with good throw power. Olave is solid. Brackett, I will admit, is probably super raw. Probably fits more as a slot type, but he's our number 2 for now. Tight end 1 has been slowly developing. He's been getting there. He's an 80 overall now. O-line, we've been kind of, well, we will be filtering left tackle, you know, with some veteran from free agency probably all the time. McCoy might be replaced soon, and then Ramczyk hopefully stays strong for the rest of his rebuild. We got 2 more seasons, this and the next. And then defensively, left end could be something we fill. I mean, we really just need a strong free agency class because we have all the money in the world, but no one to spend it on. It's been a so-so season so far, but look at that money, 212 mil. Since when do the Saints ever see that? 2-year deal for Lattimore is an X factor. Brzez's still only star, but he is actually asking for quite a bit of money, but he is good. So we'll do a 5-year 80, which is, I mean, fair enough. Foskey, I mean, we are struggling at edge. And none of them have been good, but, I mean, what are we supposed to do? I can't really do much better. Ramczyk, can't really do much better than him either, so we're going to try to do that. 2-year 41. His money's disappearing. Those guys probably need to be replaced because they're on the older side. Maybe Trent Brown gets one more season. We'll see. And Elliott needs a contract, but we'll probably just pay that straight up. And, yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of money. Hopefully free agency's decent. Ooh, Dan Logan's a superstar, baby. Bro, Foskey is, like, actually the worst person. Like, I offered him a 4-year 60, and he wouldn't even take it. It's like, I don't know, 20% more than he's asking for? Here we go. If we win this game, we are in the playoffs. And we do, and it's against the Falcons. I thought I saw our guy on the list. I don't think he is. Had to change the scheme late to the Chiefs, as the Saints just weren't working out. And could it be the year we do it? I don't know. Probably not, but we're going to try. Trent Brown, I guess left tackle is just going to suck here. Of course, Foskey puts up 11 sacks when we can't get him back. Oh, my. Everyone else is pretty mid. Picks were all right. Kicking was better, but not by much. Punting was better. Kick return, punt return game. Our punt returner and kick returner is a 6'6" monster. He is the highest overall. He's like almost 99 kick returner. But any award wins, Rookie of the Year, Dan Logan. Luck with Rookie of the Year as well. Dan Logan, the X Factor? Question mark. It seems like it. All right, here we go to the end of the game. Dallas takes the lead. Dallas takes a further lead. Down by 7 we are. Down by 14 we are. Down by 14 still. Down by 7. Defense holds them to 3. Down by 7. Down by 10. It's not looking good. And it's their ball, so it's really not looking good. 4th and 9 with the punt. I mean, the clock situation isn't preferable. They do get the conversion. Are they going to get it? They do get the touchdown. I don't know how to kick like a new onside kick, but I want to. Strong onside? Speed onside. I think is strong what I want? High kick? Bro, I don't even know what I'm doing here, but strong with max power is going to go crazy. Oh! Well, that was freaking terrible. Whoever Tyrann Matthews sold, he got blocked out of the play. And on these sliders, I don't know if I feel good about it, but we got a chance. 3rd and 6. I mean, this is not good. Wait, kid has been white? He's a little white kid. Screen pass. I just sold so hard. Why? Why would I do that and we get blasted? Well, there goes the season. Heading on to year 5. Why did I go for the pick? I was like, if I get the pick, I pick 6 it. And then, yeah, we gave up the first down. We could have probably stopped him. Devontae Wyatt is a Cowboy. Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty clean game. They just scored more than us. The Jaguars are in the Super Bowl going against the Eagles. And the Eagles do win. But let's see if we got any dev-ups. The quarterback at least. Surely. And he didn't go up in dev, actually. The tight end did, which was kind of weird because it was a pretty mid-season, no? He's an 84 overall, though, which is pretty cool. We got to pay him, though. What's his abilities? Persistent and Tank. Tank's all right, but Persistent, once again, another ability that doesn't affect him because he isn't an X Factor. Luck goes to Superstar. Reveron goes to Superstar. And I don't know if McElroy was already Superstar or not, but I guess he was. So we got a Superstar safety. He didn't even change his number. He's 37. But yeah, and then obviously the linebacker Reveron, Superstar development trait. Short route KO with buy one, get one free. So they gave him 2 different abilities. They're like, hey, here's one for pass rush. Here's one for coverage. Screw it, dude. You choose yourself, man. Really hoping there's a running back because we obviously just lost Kamara to retirement. And we have so much money. Negotiations, 5th-year option might as well because you just never know. I mean, Foskey's proven that to us. $30 million. Okay, so I can just pay him a 3-year, like, 50, which would be, like, you know, way better of a deal anyways, and then he'll pretty much guarantee the accept on that. Don't know how Tyrann Mathieu's still here at 35, but screw it, dude. We're going into year 5. Maybe we do a 6th year, depending on how close we are, but, I mean, might as well give him another chance. Why the hell not? Trent Brown, I think we can do better, and if not, we'll just get him back, I guess. But Foskey, I can't pay 30 when that's literally what the fair offer was on 3 years, let alone 1. Had a really good year. Didn't go up in dev, which is really shocking, but we're just going to offer him some crazy money here. And oh my lord, Forbes is good. What's his safety ability? Or one of our guys maybe can play safety because he's like the best free agent we've seen in ages, and we've got money, and I mean, we got to spend it. We have to. Like, we literally can't just sit with this kind of money. The free agency classes have been crazy bad. Like, everyone's paying running backs, apparently. Like, everyone's like, screw it, dude, I'm paying running back. I might actually have to look to see if there's any running backs on the block or something, or trade for one of the proven guys. I don't know, because we need a running back bad, and there just never is one. Like, everyone's decided they're going to pay running backs because we're willing to pay, I guess. I don't know. Wills, he's kind of young, but he's never been great. But he's pretty good at pass block, so I'll offer a 2-year 28. Why the hell not? We got all the money in the world, and we need a left tackle. We're up there, but I don't know if we're going to be the ones. Tooney, I mean, he can move around, but I don't know. Let's do a 2-year 30 then instead. At this rate, we just want our money to go somewhere that's going to upgrade the team. Uzama's here as well. I mean, I think I should offer them both just in case I get, like, none or just only get one. Please tell me. Oh, we're not going to be able to get... You know what? We need both spots, so I'm willing to pay the 2-year, like, I don't even know, like, freaking 20... It's nice having money, all right? Whoever said that money can't solve all problems or money doesn't buy happiness was broke as hell. Let's be honest. Like, that's just a lie to make us broke people, like, feel like, well, we don't need money then. Well, the rich people can have all the problems. Thanks, guys. You're taking one for the team here. It's like, suckers. I love money. Basically what it is. But I'm going to offer a full 3-year 60 if I have to, because, once again, Edge has been a problem, and Foskey finally showed up, but just decided he didn't want to pay, stay around. And that should be good enough, hopefully. I mean, I've seen those players go before. Tyree Wilson. I mean, what is with nobody, like, being able to pay their guys? They're all just leaving 24/7. But, I mean, we're a part of that group. It's tough. And that cornerback, we really don't need. But once again, I'm going to take a look at our corner or our safety, like corners, and see if they can play safety or not. But at the same time, we got Tyrann Mathieu for one more season, so we could probably just chill out, maybe draft another safety, as McElroy definitely worked out. Tyrann Mathieu's still usable. I'm really surprised by that. But yeah, our corners can't play safety, so there's really no point in going for that corner other than future-proofing for Lattimore, who we already have on a 2-year anyways. So spending a little bit of money on the edge, but you know what? If we get them, I'm down. I am down. Wait, did we get none of them? No shot, EA. So bad. What did he take? He took a 3-year 32 with the Raiders when we offered him a 3-year 60. You're joking, bro. Look at these contracts. That is hilarious. Well, the rebuild's ruined because EA sucks. Like, that's actually just ridiculous. We literally got none of them. We got none of them. Like, I legitimately checked it twice. I thought it was glitched. I really did. And I didn't want Trent Brown, but like at this point, what am I going to do? You know, I'm going full on cheese mode. I don't care about being realistic. If a team is willing to give me a player of theirs, I'm just going to take it because realism has just died. Bryce Witt, why the hell not? I don't know what they're even going to want for him, but it's obviously more than a 6th-round pick. This might not even be feasible for us anyways. Yeah, screw that. I don't know what to do because we just got robbed. Yeah, we just got robbed. Like, we just simply lost players that we should not have lost. And that is just so disgustingly bad. Welcome back, punk! Costed us a 2nd this, a 3rd next, a 5th next, a 6th this, a 6th next. And he's back. I don't care. You can't keep taking all of our players, LV. We're in the draft, and we have a pretty decent running back. I don't know if I want to spend a 1st-round pick on a running back, though. The Bears are giving me a trade I can't refuse. We're getting a 3rd-round pick, which we can use 2 3rd-round picks to trade up for a safety. And honestly, at that point, if we get a running back in this draft, we're kind of cooking. So we're going to see if the running back's still there at 27. In general, there was a couple of decent ones, and he is. Ooh, with the catching, too. Some speed. I mean, I kind of like him. Poor man's Kamara, welcome. Hidden, 93 speed, 95 excel. I mean, kind of like a Pacheco, if anything, which we love to see. 1st-round running back's crazy, but it's late first, and we've just struggled that hard that we kind of have to. And now I'm going to wait because I have 2 safeties. Hopefully that wasn't him. I don't think it was. I don't think that guy was either. But they're all kind of coming out here like crazy. I think it was Fox and Aldridge. Aldridge I knew more about. Fox was a question mark, but both were similar builds, so whoever's there is who we're probably going to trade 2 3rd-round picks to get to if we even can. And the fact that they're still here is good, kind of, because I don't know, I mean they suck, but at the same time, at least they're here still. And they're still here. They're still here. We're cooking. That was not him. That's a corner, Aldridge. Okay, maybe we don't have to give up both 3rds. Not that they're good 3rds anyways. All right, the foul. Oh, no. Interdivisional's realistic still, but I'm going to let it go. And they take him, of course. Oh, my God, I'm done. I should have just traded and said, who cares? I'm worried about realism yet again, even though I said I'm not going to be. Let's go to the start of the 3rd, grab that Alex Coleman guy. Luckily, we don't technically need a safety. It would be future-proofing. But honestly, especially if this is a really rough season, I'm just going to call it and say, hey, failed rebuild. Even though we've kept this team in the playoffs like every single season, which is not easy to do. We trade all of this for their 3rd-round pick, which is more of a trade-up. Probably going to end up trading 27 off for like something next year because we have like no draft picks for next season. But with this pick, Brad Leonard's still there too. I was sold on Coleman, but Brad Leonard's also very good. Kind of built to play center mainly though, whereas Coleman probably could play tackle. I think you gotta go Coleman. Even though he's weaker, I'm going Alex Coleman. Thank God he's hidden. Oh, man. We just passed on a 2-3 for a 3-4. Mainly, once again, because he was bigger. And our final player is a running back, but we obviously got our running back. So, like I said, going to try to trade this down for multiple picks next year. And the Niners are going to give us that, 3rd, 5th, and a 7th next year. Not a very realistic draft class, but we had to trade everything we could just to get Foskey back, and what a disaster. We should have had Foskey and Uzomah, but no. No, I'm going to take a contract that's worth 1/3 of the value on a team that is just as bad, if not worse. 77 overall for a running back. I'm not going to go too crazy because running backs are usually pretty high. He is ridiculous, though. Let's take a look at that dev. We basically drafted another Kamara, but faster. I actually don't know what his catching is. Superstar dev, though. I don't know what his actual catching is, to be fair, but it said A to B, so I just assumed it was good. His catching is, 73. It's pretty good. And then the guard, which I guess he plays tackle in the future. Really good pass blocker as well, it seems. So definitely going to be playing left tackle for us. At some point, Dev is star. I am curious to see the other guy, even though it doesn't matter, which I imagine he would have been a late second, early third. He might have even been there, and I just kind of passed on him. Where is he? He is... Was it Pearson? Literally already forgot. I literally already forgot. I don't even know. It wasn't him. What the hell was his name? Oh, it was like Leonard. There it is. 73 overall, Leonard. Also hidden development trait. Pretty rough ratings. A little more balanced, but still worse, I think. And then Dev. Both star, so it doesn't matter. All right. Potentially the final season. Not guaranteed. I may give it another go. Maybe one more season after. We'll see. But potentially the final season. Looking at the offensive line, McCoy needs to be replaced. Ramczyk not too far from now. And then we do have the replacement for Brown going forward, it seems. Wide receivers are pretty good, even though Brackett is yet to like really take that next step. Tight end looks like it's going to take that next step. Quarterback set. Running back looks set. Linebackers are great. I'm going to assume we can afford them. Need a new free safety, but we've been finding some veterans almost every free agency period. D-line, it looks good. We had a trade for Foskey. They took the salary cap hit, but I suppose, they pay that decent bit of money, but not that much, and they get a second and a third-round pick or whatever out of it for free. I mean, that's a steal. It's super unrealistic, but it's a steal. It really is. I mean, they literally just got insane draft capital off of just a free agent that they just signed. The more realistic thing would have been for me to end that and just force the contract. There's no way. With his best year on the team, on a very good defense that made the playoffs yet again, with an up-and-coming quarterback, an up-and-coming offense, would leave for half the money. It wasn't even a third, like I said. It was actually 50% of what we were offering. Honest to God, who made this game? Like, it's just so stupid. 0-7! What are the other teams? Like, what is every roster rating? Bro, 0-7? Like, come on, man. Like, are you actually serious with this freaking game? I've only seen 3 teams higher than us so far. 4 teams now. 5 if you count a tie. 6. So 5 teams better than us, yet we're a playoff missing team. We're not even just playoff missing. We're on par for pick 1. Like, what is wrong with them? I just don't understand. Like, if you're not a team that's projected to win it all in real life, I swear the sim just doesn't favor you. I just don't understand. I really don't. I don't get it. We're going to pay all of our guys, but this appears to be the last season. I mean, I said if it's looking promising. This is quite opposite of promising. This is like doom and gloom times 10. Like, I don't know what this is. I mean, we made the playoffs a couple of times. We built a good roster. Sometimes building the roster up to a good standard is the best way to win a rebuild when EA just doesn't let you have your day. But let's see where we finished. 5-12. The Buccaneers were 1-6 and finished 10-7. What? I wish it would show the overalls from here, but like what is this? Okay, so the Commanders, the Bears, the Broncos, and the Seahawks. Let's take a look at those teams. There's no way the Bears or the Commanders at this point are a higher overall than us. Maybe with the morale drop. What are we? So we're the 89 overall Saints. Let's take a look at the Commanders. 86, so that's 3 overalls we have on them. The Bears, the Buccaneers are 87 overall. The Broncos, 87. The Bears are 87. We have like all of these teams beat. And we're 5-12. We're one of the worst teams in the league. I decided to do one final season. Screw it. And we needed a pass rusher badly. Free agency sucks. I'm trading pick 2 overall, 34 overall, a 3rd next, and a 5th this for 29-year-old Micah Parsons, which is still a hell of a play for us. Obviously, interconference, whatever. Foskey's going to move to left end because I don't want to ruin a great thing in, well, of course, Parsons. I want him to play as well as he's been playing and not change anything. So, obviously, he's ridiculous. The speed is insane. The power move, the finesse is great. The block shed is solid. He's 29, but that's all right. Even if he retired in 3 years, it's worth every penny. Pick 2 overall is a lot, in fairness. We've seen what pick 1 overall got with a trade down in the same, like, top 10 with DJ Moore. And, you know, DJ Moore is a freak. So, I mean, Parsons may be a little bit better at his actual position, but, hey, 29-year-old Parsons for all of that is fair both sides. I don't care what anyone says. And all we have is a third-round pick, so honestly, I'm just going to maybe try to use it to make the team even better right now, as the draft is useless for us. This is the final season no matter what. So, you know, screw it. We're Ramsing this thing. All right, we have no free safety as Tyrann Mathieu retired. So a third-round pick for Maurice Luther, who's 25 but star dev. He's going to be the starting free safety. We're, you know, not in a good spot there. Going to be a little bit of an unrealistic final season, but with our unrealistic sim... Oh, wow, he's even really slow. Our really unrealistic sim luck, I mean, sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. I'm not actually sure why I did this. He's on a 1-year deal, like it's 1 year left. We got a second-round pick for the future that we won't be here for, but I guess we're kind of like future-proofing a team that, you know, just in case, I guess, but we could use the edge depth, but we'll probably just find someone in free agency anyways. All right, the 6th and final season team features a really low overall right tackle. I don't know, maybe we move Duffy over there and put Trey Turner at right guard. I don't even know. But this is what the team looks like. It's worse than last season because we had a retirement or two. And, yeah, I mean, well, I guess it's not worse because we have Parsons. Parsons is a massive upgrade, in fairness. So we'll see what happens even with the bad right tackle. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We can get Caleb McGarry. Caleb McGarry is not bad at all. While we will not come back, I do want to see what kind of situation we'd be in. So I'm going to re-sign as many players as I can, and then we'll see the money remaining afterwards. And I guess I don't need to show it. Also, I brought back Derek Carr, ironically enough. But I guess I don't need to show it because we're actually fine. Because we have easily over 100 mil even after signing the big names. Well, maybe not easily over, but at least like 80 probably. Yeah, even after keeping Treylon Burks added on, we still have 86 mil. We'll keep the kicker and the punter, and, you know, we're still cooking with well over the amount needed to re-sign the QB. And I'm glad we did another season. Like, I actually had the outro recorded and everything for the last season being Season 5, and I was like, you know what? I can't let it die like that. I can't let it happen. You can't see the record, but we actually got the bye week. I'll show you guys, you know, the win-loss. Didn't change the scheme either. I had the Chiefs on last season. Actually, maybe even the season before then. And then I think the Commanders' defense. But I don't know if it was just Parsons that did it, but this team is super good. Dan Logan, really good season. Clark, better, but still not great. Richards is amazing. Treylon Burks is pretty good. Brackett, pretty good. Olave, really bad. O-line, not great, but Caleb McGarry proving that you don't maybe need a high overall guard or a tackle, I guess. And then Parsons, I mean, he's the difference. He's the difference. I hate trying to draft and develop new edge. It's just the proven guys that do well, and it sucks. It sucks the way it's like that for running back and edge, but that's just the way it is, sadly. But you know what? Even if it's a one-year kind of fluke because we got a player that we probably shouldn't have, I don't care. I don't care. We ended up seeing the divisional round off of a bye week automatically. Maybe we lose this game. Maybe we win the Super Bowl. I don't know. But I'm glad we did another season. That's all I can tell you. The Niners, of course. 14-3 for us. 10-7 for them. Same overall, though. All right, going to the end of the game. Can we at least get to the championship round? That's all I asked for. A Super Bowl is, you know, maybe a little bit too much to ask at times. But the championship round, please. Maybe even get to the Super Bowl and just lose. I just want something more. We deserve more, damn it. And just like that, unless we miss the extra point, it is all tied up. The defense got to make a stop, and they're just not going to get it, are they? 4th and 1. Oh, they didn't score. It's not going to matter. Oh, maybe it will matter. The offense is moving. It's super deserved. They clearly wouldn't have had a chance to kick that field goal. They might have actually tried it and just missed it, because that actually happens a lot. Clark is terrible. I hate that you need proven running backs and proven edge rushers in Sim. Like, you just can't develop someone new until, like, 45 years from later. Like, maybe pass rusher, but running back in the league, you could be a 6th-round draft pick and average, like, 4 yards per carry. Like, the averages, because of, so, it's such a pass, really? 99 speed? 98? It's such a pass-heavy league that it's just hard to stop the run because of the success through the air. I mean, most rookie running backs are even terrible. They get like 4 yards per carry. It's just, I'm not saying it's easy for an average Joe, like one of us, but, well, me personally, I'm rushing for 10 yards per carry over 20 seasons in the league, but it's really easy for running backs, and 3.3 yards per carry or less is just not, real. It's not real reality, dude. Lions were higher overall than them. We'll see. Get us to the championship round. That's all I ask. 7-3, 7-6. Defense is holding up. A safety, 15-7. What a weird score. Defense is really killing it so far. 18-7. 18-10. The Lions drive down, but they can only put up 10 points, and we're headed to the championship round like we said we wanted. Logan was pretty bad. Both quarterbacks were mid as hell. Clark was a little bit better than last week, but man, not great. And where the hell is Parsons? Unless he was good last week. I don't remember seeing his name, though. Oh, I forgot we started in the divisional. What am I even talking about? We're in the Super Bowl. All right, looking at the DevOps. Was Richards already an X Factor or no? He was not. Okay, the middle linebacker went up in Dev last season. Olave, wait. Did Olave just go up in Dev from this season? Wait, when did he? Maybe it was last season, actually. I kind of just forgot to look at it because, we weren't really expecting to play another season. Dan Logan, Superstar X Factor. Anyone on defense? Don't think so. Kid went up last year, and then Luck went up last year as well. But yeah, I don't think anyone else, but hey, those are pretty good. All right, they're higher overall than us. Both teams would have got the bye week, I imagine. Let's see if we can win. Obviously, if we don't win, it is what it is, but at least we got here. I'm glad we did the last season, or not even the last season, the 6th season, the extra season, as year 5 was just so crap. And I just couldn't end it on that. I just couldn't end it like that. We had to make a play, and play we did. Even though other than Parsons' injury, what the hell? I have those off. I thought other than Parsons, we kind of lost talent, but here we are in the Super Bowl, and it's not going to be great. Derek Carr does not win the Super Bowl with us. 23-3, dude. Yikes. Quarterback is an X Factor now. Couldn't even put up a single touchdown. We didn't put a single touchdown up at all. The offense didn't score a single time. Wow, that is super fun. But at least we made, like I said, at least we made the Super Bowl. I wanted the championship at least, and I completely forgot about the bye week, which threw me off. And I'm like celebrating. I'm like, please, let's get to the championship. Just got to beat the Lions in the championship to get to it. It's like, you kind of are, never mind. Don't tell him. Don't just let him cook. Don't tell him. But let's take a look at the team anyways. Logan's a 92 overall. The team is getting even worse as time goes on here. As Olave, lucky to get a dev up, would have really, taken a step back the following year. Release is great, but short route sucks. But he's really good in general. And then Clark should start to get to that, yards per carry mark because he's almost 90 overall. He's a freak, though. He is insanely fast. It's not common to find a running back that good and that fast in Madden CPU sims. Very fast bracket. Release isn't great. Short isn't great. Medium isn't great. But he's a good just burner straight line. It's kind of like Deshaun Jackson, I guess. Trevor Richards. Speed still 86, but very good at catching. Very good at route running. I know he's got a lot of boosts here, but even 84 medium route. That's really good for a tight end. And then O-line. We got the Twins. But we don't have anyone from real life. McCoy, but, he's not like a rookie. It's not like we have Trevor Penning still or anything like that. Luther don't really care too much about. We just got, and he's not the greatest. Hillman, really good block shed, not so good as zone coverage. And then we have Reveron, the 86 overall, with good zone but bad block shed. So we got one of each. And then I'm pretty sure last time I looked, Luck was like the dual guy, like he was good at both. So this kind of works out. And he is, which is really rare. He must have field. Yeah, field general is so good, dude. 87 zone, 87 block shed. That's one of the best linebacker CPU developments I've seen in a while. Usually it's always one-sided, or at best they get to 80, but he got to like near 90 on both. McElroy is still really bad at zone coverage. He's probably like run support main or something like that, or hybrid. Lattimore, I guess we'll look at. He's 94 overall, so he's kind of going down, but he's still insane at 33, which he got the 2-year deal worth like nearly 40. What else we have? Elliott never went up in dev. These 6'4 corners just don't go up in dev for me, man. I don't know if it's just because he's cornerback 2 and it's hard to get like picks at that spot. I don't know. Kid, who cares? Parsons didn't even develop him ourselves, and we already seen his ratings last season, or as the season started. No power move for Brzee, so he ended up becoming a block shedder, which is not really his like best trait. Foskey, we had to do some real unrealistic thing to get him back. He was good for 1 season, and that was it. That was literally it. He added Parsons. We had Parsons with him, and he still couldn't take advantage. Lance Richardson, the 92 finesse, okay block shedding DT. And for the special teams, is it Groupie? Blake Group, very short, but very accurate. And he, finished his rebuild out with a 10 for 10 kicking season. Unless it was special teams, or the playoffs that sucked. But that's the realistic-ish style rebuild of the New Orleans Saints. We got to the Super Bowl, didn't win it, didn't even come close to winning it, but at least it was a better finish than what it was going to be. If you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, really appreciate your continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, JeromepkR. Second channel, PK Plays, for non-Madden content. Should have a Texas Chainsaw Massacre video up tomorrow at some point. I know all the NFL games are on, so I'm not going to post the main channel video. Don't know if I would have done Texans offseason yesterday or if it would be on Monday, but one of those days. And that's about it. If you guys have a team you want to see next rebuilt, let me know in the comment section below. Or if you have a challenge rebuild, probably do a wheel spin rebuild soon enough. I actually really like those for fantasy drafts. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya.